That is the reported price Versant has agreed to pay for Full Swing, the golf simulator company backed by Tiger Woods, years before technology-driven golf became a major part of the sport. At first glance, the deal looks like another enormous payday for Tiger. Woods reportedly invested in Full Swing in 2015 and later became one of the brand's most visible supporters, using its technology, promoting its products, and helping establish its credibility among serious golfers. But the headline is easy to misread. The $530 million figure is the reported purchase price for Full Swing as a company. It is not the amount Tiger Woods personally received. His ownership stake and proceeds from the transaction have never been publicly disclosed, so any exact estimate of his return would be speculation. The more important question is why Versant was willing to spend more than $500 million on a golf simulator business. Full Swing is no longer simply a premium product for private homes and training facilities. Its technology has become part of a broader shift in golf, driven by indoor venues, digital practice, performance data, and entertainment-focused competition. The company also gained major exposure through TGL, the technology-driven golf league co-founded by Woods and Rory McIlroy. Full Swing simulator technology moved beyond private facilities and became a central part of a televised competition featuring some of the sport's biggest players. That is why the acquisition matters beyond Tiger's personal return. Woods supported Full Swing before simulator golf became a major commercial category. More than a decade later, the company has attracted a reported price above $500 million. Was Tiger simply backing a promising brand, or did he recognize where the sport was heading before much of the industry did? That story begins in 2015. At the time, golf simulators were still widely viewed as expensive training tools for private homes, elite facilities, and luxury clubs. They were useful, but few people saw them as a major part of golf's commercial future. Woods reportedly invested in Full Swing in 2015. His involvement, however, went beyond a conventional celebrity endorsement. He used the company's technology in his own practice, appeared in promotional campaigns, and helped position its simulators as serious performance tools rather than expensive video games. For Full Swing, that credibility was highly valuable. Golfers can be skeptical of technology that claims to reproduce ball flight, spin, distance, and shot shape indoors. But when one of the greatest players in history trusted the system, the company gained a level of legitimacy that traditional advertising would have struggled to provide. Tiger was not attaching his name to an established success. He was involved years before simulator golf developed into a major commercial category. Over the following decade, the market changed. Launch monitors became more common, indoor golf venues expanded, and players increasingly expected instant data after every shot. Simulator golf was no longer only about convenience or escaping bad weather. It became a way to practice, compete, socialize, and play throughout the year. That shift increased the value of companies such as Full Swing and made Tiger's early involvement look increasingly well-timed. The reported transaction history illustrates that change. Bruin Capital reportedly acquired Full Swing in 2021 in a deal valued at approximately $160 million. Versant's reported $530 million purchase price is around $370 million higher. The two transactions may have been structured differently, so the comparison should not be treated as a simple measure of investment return, but it does show how dramatically the value attached to Full Swing increased in only a few years, and the company's greatest public exposure was still ahead. Full Swing had the technology, Woods had the influence, and TGL was preparing to place both at the center of one of the most ambitious experiments in modern professional golf. That wider exposure arrived through TGL, the technology-driven golf league launched by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy through TMRW Sports. The concept was ambitious: remove elite professional golfers from the traditional course environment and place them inside a purpose-built arena designed for television. Full Swing's technology became one of the central components of that experiment. The format looked very different from conventional professional golf. Players hit full shots into a 53-foot-high simulator screen before completing each hole on a rotating, technology-controlled short game area. Teams competed with microphones, music, a shot clock, and a broadcast designed to fit inside a 2-hour window. The result was a faster, more entertainment-focused version of the sport. For Full Swing, TGL provided a level of visibility the company had never previously enjoyed. Its technology was no longer operating mainly inside private homes, training centers, and luxury clubs. It was now being used in a televised professional competition featuring some of the biggest names in golf. Each shot served two purposes. It helped decide the match, but it also gave viewers a live demonstration of the simulator technology Tiger had supported years earlier. That exposure helped position Full Swing as more than a manufacturer of premium golf simulators. The company became associated with a broader attempt to change how golf could be played, presented, and consumed by a television audience. But the transition was not seamless. TGL faced delays before its launch, and its debut generated both interest and skepticism. Some viewers questioned whether indoor golf could reproduce the tension and authenticity of the traditional game. Others raised concerns about simulated ball flights, while some longtime fans remained unconvinced by the music, team branding, and shot clock. For Full Swing, that public exposure created both opportunity and risk. The technology was being demonstrated on a major stage, but any inconsistency was also immediately visible. That makes Versant's reported $530 million acquisition especially significant. It was not buying a business with a flawless record or a guaranteed future. It was investing in a technology platform that had been tested in public and had become closely connected to one of golf's most ambitious entertainment projects. The key question is no longer only what Full Swing has already achieved. It is what Versant believes it can build around the company. That answer lies in the wider golf business Versant is assembling. Full Swing is not being acquired as a standalone simulator company. Versant already owns Golf Channel, Golf Now, and Golf Pass, giving it a presence across golf media, tee time bookings, instruction, and subscription services. Full Swing adds a direct connection to how golfers practice, compete, and engage with the sport away from the traditional course. In theory, Versant can now reach the same customer across multiple parts of the game. A golfer might watch a tournament on Golf Channel, book a round through Golf Now, use Golf Pass for instruction, and later practice or compete on a Full Swing simulator. That is the strategic logic behind the deal. Versant is not simply adding another product, it is attempting to build an interconnected golf ecosystem. The growth of off-course golf helps explain why that opportunity has become so valuable. According to industry figures cited by the Financial Times, around 19 million Americans now participate in off-course golf, roughly twice the number recorded in 2019. The category includes simulators, driving ranges, and entertainment venues, showing that the audience is no longer small or experimental. The timing also matters. Traditional television remains an important part of professional golf, but media companies can no longer rely on broadcasting alone. They are increasingly looking for businesses that create direct customer relationships, recurring revenue, and engagement beyond the television screen. Full Swing gives Versant access to hardware, software, performance data, commercial venues, and repeat participation. Instead of reaching golfers only while they watch a tournament, Versant could remain connected to them while they book, learn, practice, and compete. That may be the real value behind the reported $530 million price. The acquisition is not simply a bet on premium simulator hardware, it is a bet that the future of golf will extend far beyond the traditional 18-hole course, and that the companies controlling those new experiences will become increasingly valuable. But the deal also brings the story back to Tiger Woods. His involvement helped Full Swing gain credibility, while TGL gave the technology unprecedented visibility. The company he backed before the simulator boom is now connected to a transaction worth more than $500 million. What remains unknown is how much Tiger personally received. Tiger's ownership stake in Full Swing has never been publicly disclosed, and neither have his proceeds from the transaction. It would therefore be misleading to suggest that he personally received the full $530 million purchase price. The exact figure may remain private, but the significance of the deal is still clear. Woods backed Full Swing in 2015 before simulator golf developed into a major commercial category. The company later expanded its visibility, strengthened its connection to professional golf, and ultimately attracted a reported purchase price of $530 million. Bruin Capital reportedly acquired Full Swing in 2021 in a deal valued at approximately $160 million. The two transactions may have been structured differently, so the comparison is not a direct measure of investment return. Even so, it illustrates how dramatically the value attached to the company increased in only a few years. Tiger's role also went beyond a passive financial investment. He used the technology, promoted the brand, and helped give Full Swing credibility among serious golfers. Through TGL, the company became connected to one of the sport's most ambitious attempts to combine professional competition, technology, and television entertainment. That relationship gave Full Swing something difficult to measure on a balance sheet: relevance at the center of golf's changing commercial landscape. The acquisition also reflects a broader shift. Simulator golf, indoor venues, and off-course participation are no longer being treated as minor extensions of the traditional game. They are becoming established businesses capable of attracting large audiences, recurring revenue, and significant investment. Tiger's influence is evolving alongside that shift. His impact now extends beyond tournament victories and major championships into team ownership, media, technology, entertainment, and the infrastructure shaping how future generations may experience golf. But the deal is not guaranteed to succeed. Versant still has to prove that Golf Channel, Golf Now, Golf Pass, and Full Swing can operate as one connected and profitable ecosystem, combining media, bookings, subscriptions, software, and simulator technology may look powerful on paper, but executing that strategy will be far more difficult. A reported $530 million price creates substantial expectations. So the real story is not that Tiger Woods personally received $530 million. There is no public evidence that he did. The story is that a company he supported before the simulator boom has now been sold for that amount. His personal return remains unknown, but the timing of his involvement is difficult to ignore. Whether Versant's strategy succeeds will depend on what it builds next. But for Tiger Woods, the deal offers another example of how his influence on golf may continue long after his competitive career ends.